Check 1 2 1 2. Check check check. Yeah. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the show. Mike and T-Roy. T, what up, buddy?
Hey, man, how are you?
I'm,
Yeah?
sure.
Okay.
I'm alive. I guess that's worth something.
That is there.
How are you? Doing all right?
I feel like shit today, man.
Do you really?
Tired as fuck.
Yeah, you. I was going to say you look really tired.
I don't know why.
Or high or something.
Nope. I'm tired.
Yeah.
Yeah. I only drove to work this morning. I slept in because I couldn't get my ass out of bed.
Yeah.
Drove to work, about fell asleep on the way to work, and then sat in the car and slept for an hour when I got to work.
No way.
Yeah.
Have you ever done that before?
No. No, I mean, not without being, like, on a bender.
Yeah.
So
I was going to say, I almost ruled out. Obviously, there's the bender.
Right.
I mean, I think everybody's crashed in their car during the bender.
No, I went to bed early. I slept well. I don't know. Something. I don't feel anything. Like I don't
AIDS?
feel sick or
You think it's
anything.
AIDS?
It's probably a serious case of the hip.
Yeah,
I would-
could be. I mean, that's what I always immediately assume with me. If I'm sick, it's like,
I don't think I'm full
fuck.
blown yet. I think I just got a strong.
Well,
hip.
yeah. No, if it was full blown, we'd know. You'd have
Yeah.
sores and
Right.
coughing and stuff. But
So far, so good. But
Yeah.
I'm hanging in there.
You know what? I get a certain amount of juice when the mics go live, because I'm in this like constant. It's just a constant suicidal level back pain, and then I turn the mics on and I can kind of weather it for an hour and a half. I don't know if that's adrenaline.
Probably.
I don't know what that is.
It's your happy place, man.
You know what? I actually thought that
endorphin rush.
earlier.
Yeah.
That you know what? The only time I'm truly not like in my own head or fucking with myself is on the mic doing this. You know, however long we end up doing this. That's the only time where I feel just kind of relaxed and normal and not in my head and
I don't feel like I'm going to fall asleep.
Yeah, my
So,
back feels
there's that.
mildly better. I don't know if it's the chair. It's probably not. Doctors have told me to get a different chair. I said, yeah, you buying it? Okay, then we're done with this conversation.
Yeah.
So, you know, I guess that's a good thing. I guess we could just broadcast 24 hours a day.
No, I think that would be worse.
Yeah, maybe. Hey, I do have some bad news
Uh-oh.
to start with, and it involves you.
Uh-oh.
You apparently lost a bet. Now, I didn't know this was a full-fledged bet.
Okay.
But I did get a text because apparently emails are for old men only.
Okay.
Fuck that means. But apparently anyone who sends email is okay, boomer.
You're right.
So whatever. I'm not a big fan of email anyway, so I don't care about that aspect of it. But I was informed, and I'll just read it to you straight.
Okay.
Troy lost this bet.
Okay.
I'm dating Marina,
Oh, all right.
the woke bae.
Fair enough. Attaboy.
Hell yeah.
Okay.
So we want something that looks like a chick but
Gotcha.
has functioning parts of a dude.
Yeah, fair enough.
Didn't
Attaboy.
want to make it a big thing on the show because we really officially started to actually date like 2 days before our appearance on the Great TDC
Oh, see, that's why I didn't get
Podcast.
the vibe. It's still too new. Like they.
Oh, it's brand new. Yeah.
All right.
It was friendly for sure online, and when she was planning the trip out here, then in the week we hung out, we formed a genuine relationship. She was already planning to move to this area in the coming gross year.
Beep boop.
Beep, beep, boop.
Well, congratulations. That's lovely to hear.
Isn't that great? I know. I said, hey, I'm really happy for you.
I didn't realize that was an official bet, but
I didn't either.
that was my opinion.
And maybe you said something like, I bet they're not.
Yeah.
And Troy lost the bet, you know.
Yeah, okay.
But we, you know, for those
That's
that have,
par for the course. I've lost every bet I've fucking made this year, so why not?
Yeah.
Why not keep that train rolling?
the way this works, anybody that follows us that closely knows Troy and I will frequently bet the usual Mortimer,
Absolutely.
which goes back to the Trading Places movie, which is the billionaires
Yep.
bet on really important things, but they only bet $1.
Exactly. Like ruining people's lives. For
Yeah,
$1.
exactly. Ruining people's lives for $1. And
Yes,
so
the usual Mortimer.
yes, the usual Mortimer. And so Troy and I will put our standard bet of $1 on something. It's more of a pride thing.
Oh, yeah.
You don't want to lose even the dollar bet.
That's correct.
It's almost bigger than losing, you know, a $100 wager on a game to a bookie. You know,
Well,
it's-
we realized at one point we had we're both Bank of America and we had that Zelle or whatever, and you could just no fee, no nothing, just zip dollars back and forth.
Sure,
every
sure.
fucking bet, every game was still like dollar bloop, dollar bloop. We're like, all right, well,
God damn it. Here's your
gotta-
$1.
yeah.
I see Fresno State ended up winning last night. Here's your $1. We'll bet on teams where it's like, Troy's obviously going to take Troy.
yes,
I guess I'll
They had a
take.
great year this year, by
I'll
the
take
way.
Fresno. You know, we don't know a single player. We don't even know what kind of style they operate. Nothing. It doesn't matter. It's
I
just
talked
like,
mad shit to your nephew because Troy played Marshall this year.
yeah,
I'm gonna fuck you up, Marsh, and we did.
yeah. You
And
did.
we did.
You got the best of him. So yeah, I wanted to inform
Well,
you.
congratulations to the lovely couple.
Yeah, it's
Could
kind
not
of
be
a
happier.
good news, bad news situation. Bad news in that you possibly lost a bet you didn't know you had.
Yeah, I'm glad there were no rules to the bet.
Yeah.
There was no actual wager in this that I.
Right.
No, Troy said he.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, and it's not like you said, I bet you $1 million. They're not.
Right.
You know, where I could, obviously that would be binding
back
and hold
to
up in
that.
court, you
For
know.
sure.
Which I would definitely do.
I have to go back and check the tape on that, I guess.
Yeah,
Just
but
to
I
be
don't
sure.
I don't think you did. I don't even think you did the Mortimer wager. So
Nope.
there's nothing to hold you to. But
right.
congratulations to the lovely couple.
Indeed.
I hope they have a great run together.
Absolutely.
You know, I hope that all works out.
Long distance relationships are tough. Just saying.
Well, you know what it's going to make tough? If Marina wants to go full
Yeah.
and go bottom surgery,
Yeah, I don't think that's happening, though.
does that take the woke bae out of the mix?
I don't know.
I mean, you would think if the woke bae
I don't know.
has what he's into,
Depends.
and
I
he's
don't
like,
know.
look, I'm a gay dude. What are you going to do?
Maybe he's all top and doesn't matter.
Really? But if she's getting titties,
So?
it seems like the only thing.
Who doesn't love? Gay guys love titties.
Yeah, titties.
Everybody
are
loves
great.
titties.
Yeah, titties are amazing.
Right.
They are. Yeah. But I would think to a gay guy, the bottom half would be important, of some sort of importance.
Maybe. Who am I to say?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I would think. At what point are you just a straight dude then?
Well, I guess it depends. Well,
You know what I mean? Like if you go hollow things out.
well, yeah, but if it's
you
not,
bore a hole down there and take that and chuck it in the dumpster.
well, maybe that's the point. Maybe there's no point in getting rid of it if you're just going to play the back nine. You don't even have to go through all that.
Yeah, but I've been told like careful with the whole back nine thing. Not even all gay dudes are into that.
Maybe not. I don't know. Again, I do not know from which I speak.
No, me
Right.
either.
So
Maybe the woke bae, of course, because he's not an old man. He's basically a child. Can text me because an email. Okay, boomer.
Yeah.
You don't need to get an email. I meant to read it a day or two ago, but I forgot. So
that won't happen. Boomer.
yeah, that's the cool thing about email, youngster, is I can just put it in a fucking stack here, and then I got it for whenever I need it.
We're not printing out texts around
Exactly.
here.
Can't do that. I don't even know how to do that. Hey, new car inventory is growing, and when inventory grows, so do the savings. A full lot means a better selection, and better selection means dreamy deals. Best of all, when you visit our friends and OG sponsors, Zott Ford and Holly, you get both. So if you bought out your lease in the past year or two because there was nothing to choose from, the deals sucked, today's your lucky day. There's no need to spend money on new brakes, tires, or maintenance. Just trade in that turd and get $2,000 more than it appraised for when you purchase or lease a new Ford Escape, Edge, or Explorer at Zott Ford. As a matter of fact, you can trade almost any used car in and get that extra $2,000 when you get that new whip. Need more details or more deals? How about 0% financing? Yes, 0%. On many new vehicles in stock at Zott, plus our boy Gabar and the team will toss in a Ford Factory trifold tonneau cover at no charge on every new F-150 you buy or lease in the month of January, which is coming to an end. Just got a few days left in January here. Clearly, an expanding inventory generates beautiful bargains, and you can check out both when you go to visit dealsinthed.com. Also, of course, got to mention radiofor1.com. It's live, buy merch there, sweatshirts, hats, winter beanies. I've had a couple people reach out to me. Now, we switched over our merch, okay? Nick took over that and was like, hey, if you don't mind, Mike, I want to use these guys to do some merch stuff. So there was a little crossover between the original, and there's some differences, which is why there's new stock in there. A couple people reached out to me and said, hey, man, I placed this order. Here's my receipt. I never got the sweatshirt from the old company.
Okay.
And Scott and Miko have been great about that. I'm like, hey, man, I don't know if this fell through the cracks or what. Please don't be that person that thinks you don't want to bother me or bother us.
Yeah, right.
No. The last thing, someone's like, I didn't get my sticker. I just kind of was like, I must have got lost in the cracks. But I didn't get my sweatshirts either. And, and I'm like, dude, first off, let me mail you a fucking sticker.
Yeah.
Okay? We're not here to rip people off or piss people off. Hopefully you like what we have and you get more as more becomes available.
Yeah, that's the
You're not
idea.
going to do that if you get fucked over by us. So whether we have to fund it ourselves or Miko and Scott, who I know are great guys and will do the right thing, they have. But I've had a couple people reach out to me, email me. Please do not hesitate to do that. If you didn't get what you were promised, if you didn't, I know.
Good for you. I just say take it up with Scott and Miko.
Yeah, no, I don't want to do that because it's our listeners, and so
They're shipping.
right, but it's our listeners.
I know, I'm just
At
kidding.
the end of the day, they're gonna fucking be mad at us because we didn't come through, and I already have enough problems with credibility. I'm gonna do this or I'm trying my best, and I'm a shit person. So I want to make sure that people get taken care of when they're looking to take care of us.
Excellent.
And the merch that we have is very good stuff. It's
Definitely.
good quality. We worked hard this time to have people come over and show us a bunch of stuff and try stuff on. We personally changed sizing on some things so that they fit more naturally with what we are accustomed to. Like we went out of our way to make sure, and it means that sometimes Some of the stuff can be a couple dollars more expensive on our end, on your end, but we wanted good quality stuff. Scott and Miko produced that good quality stuff, but I don't know why. They're very competent and very good, but when we switched things, I don't know if there were a couple that got lost in the breeze or what, but it's very important for us to make those. Obviously, don't lie to us and try to steal shit, but
right.
We'll do everything we can to make
There is
everything
an issue,
right.
We will look into it.
Exactly. So we do have sweatshirts, hats, winter beanies, all that stuff available at radiofor1.com. Just click the merch link. Everything pops up. Amazon link, Amazon Canada. Please just go to radiofor1.com. Click on those links. Shop as normal. Won't charge anymore. You already know that. My Pillow, promo code TDC. Groupon is there. You click on our Groupon link, we get a little kickback. It's as simple as that. mystore.com, the TDC promo code works there as well. And no matter what you think of Mike Lindell, that dude takes care of us. Mm-hmm. So he really gives us a percentage that he probably shouldn't, and we're very grateful for that. That is not true of most of these companies. So the little show that could, he recognized, and he really does us a solid. So when you guys do buy stuff, whether it's coffee from the My Store or any of the other products there, or the towels, pillows, bed sheets, all that stuff, slippers, slides, he does a good job of taking care of us. Also, link to our Patreon page, which is huge. The more people that go in there, the easier it is for us on a daily basis. So please don't forget about us. We do put more content in there every week, fresh content, and all of that helps us out. Also, send us your emails. Walters@DetroitCast.com. We love hearing from you. I've got a stack of emails still to go through from the last couple days, and we appreciate them. They're always fun to read what you guys are thinking, what you have to say, what we fucked up, what we haven't. So please continue to send them. Again, it's Walters@DetroitCast.com. Not a shock, but more documents, classified documents, this time found at Mike Pence's residence.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, boy. Here we go.
Yeah. Trump's like, he's an innocent man. Leave him alone.
Oh, boy.
I imagine on some level, all of these guys are probably innocent. I don't think Joe Biden, even for as big a fucking shitbag as I think that guy personally is.
Right.
I think Joe Biden probably has no idea what's being taken out of his office.
No.
And really the
How
only...
do they keep finding all this shit?
Well, Pence was like, out of abundance of caution, I've told mother to go in the other room. Whatever you do, don't bring any female FBI agents. I cannot have another another female besides mother in the house. So don't bring any female agents over. But please, we would like to just out of an abundance of care, we would like to make sure. And it's like, what do you know? We found some boxes of shit. It's got some classified documents in it. Now,
this is getting weird.
It's,
right?
Not really.
I mean,
here's the thing. First off, what people don't realize is there's literally, and I mean this not figuratively, but literally,
okay,
billions of classified quote-unquote documents.
Yep.
They classify everything.
Of course.
So everything, it could be their lunch plans, their dinner plans.
Classified documents.
I'm not kidding. Their schedule of where they're going to be for lunch will be classified, top secret information. How that's a national security, I suppose you could go, oh, maybe Putin's going to find out they're going to the Roosevelts for lunch and bomb the place. I don't know. But
who knows?
They overclassify everything. The problem I had all along was it seemed way over the top overkill for what happened at Mar-a-Lago to have helicopters, news crews on the scenes, 30 cruisers, when it was like these people showed up. They told you to put a lock and key on this and just do as they followed. It was like, anything you need, I'll do. And they were in the process of that. And then it's like, all of a sudden, this raid goes down, spectacular in nature. And asshole goes on the news, on one of the biggest news programs in the world, 60 Minutes, and starts claiming, this is just outrageous and irresponsible. And how could someone be so careless? Like, over the top, I'm going to take a shot at a political opponent.
Of course.
That was the problem I had. And we've said from day one, go back and listen to the tape. They probably all do this. Stop acting like this is, yes, obviously you want people handling national security secrets with care.
Yep.
Right? That seems legit. But I imagine it's like Obama's got a bunch of this shit, Trump. I imagine they all do on some level. And so that's where it was like
somebody's take on it when they found the Biden one.
Yeah.
You know, and I think it was the fucking hens, the View, something. I think it was a Twat Behar clip or something I saw, but it was like it was just comical in that. Defending Biden's to the end of the earth. Oh, it was an honest mistake.
He's an honest man.
It was nothing. It was nothing, there. But Trump, those were probably nuclear secrets he was trying to sell.
Or what he was trading our national secrets to Russia.
Like, okay. Of course, that's the leap that we're just going to take.
Rob Reiner's doing the same exact thing.
Of course.
Same thing.
Of course.
What we know about Trump as a scoundrel and a blah, 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 blah. And what we know about Joe Biden as the most honest man in politics and never a lie in his life. It's like, do you want me to send you the clips or has other people been sending you the clips?
Exactly.
Because that's just a hilarious statement on his face.
Yep.
Joe Biden, he's on your team. I get it. He's on your team.
Right.
He's a career full of shit person. Not saying Trump's not. We're not talking about him at this moment. Trump's been full of shit in many things. In fact, I forgot to print this story. Did you hear about him at his golf outing this weekend?
No.
Which he won.
Of course.
He won the Seniors Open. And it was a 2-day event. My brother sent me this morning, and I was laughing my ass off at it.
27 under?
No, He had 6 hole-in-ones. It was amazing. He was out of town at Diamond and Silk's funeral for day 1 of the tournament.
Okay.
While he was in Carolina or where the hell she's from.
Played around?
He played around somewhere.
Okay.
And then just went, we're going to count this as my round 1 as if it was at this course during this tournament. By the way, I got like an 8 under.
Yeah, exactly.
So when the golfers came
Played
in.
from the Reds.
When the golfers came in the next day for round 2,
Yeah.
his name was at the top of the leaderboard.
Already?
From a round he put up out of state with no one watching.
Oh, man.
Oh, my God. It's like, really, is it this important to you, sir? Really,
Hey, maybe.
it's funny.
Yeah.
It's funny, but it doesn't do a lot to build the character that
Who's
people
to
take
say he
issue
didn't
with.
drop an 8 under? Maybe he went out of his way.
And I don't know what he dropped.
To find a comparable course. Fucking with a comparable slope, yardages, everything else.
Can't call him that anymore.
Yeah, you can on a golf course. You can.
Yeah.
And then and went out and played his round.
Well, I think the best way to do that is we don't just go by the honor system, especially when you're dealing with a politician.
Nah, but see, that's the golf.
We just can't go honor system. If he said that,
supposed to be the honor system.
Look, I want to be clear.
Golf is the ultimate honor system.
Well, sort of. But if he would have said, look, our beloved Diamond is no longer with us. Probably had something to do with the jab. But we don't need to get into that.
That big old heart just gave out.
Her big old heart just gave out, probably from the jab. But I did find, so I'm not going to be there for day 1 of my golf outing, but I found a comparable course with the proper slope. Oof. No offense to our Asian followers and we love the Asian, eyes and all. Big fan of the Asian.
All the eyes.
All of the eyes, even the smooth ones that they seem to take issue with. We love the eyes. So the Asian
LGAs, all of them.
Yes, the lesser than Asians by their standards, not mine. This is theirs. But we found a comparable slope. I will be playing that course. You're all welcome to film it, and we'll post my score. If you'd have done that, you go, he did everything he could. He couldn't leave Diamond hanging.
Sure.
You know, I mean, Silk would have been distraught. There's no way you could leave that just sitting there.
Yeah.
So if he does that, you got a camera crew out there, and they're like, holy shit, if the guy didn't shoot an 8 under, and I got to be honest with you, this is an almost identical course. It really is.
Yeah,
you
really
know?
did a nice job. Did some real legwork trying to find a course that suited the needs.
Yeah, and he went out of his way is to make this as fair as possible, being able to do 2 things. As far as apples to apples go, this man came as close as you can come. Yeah. And so we're gonna count that score. But he didn't. It was like, oh, by the way, yesterday when no one was looking, I went out and shot an amazing round. I will be at the top of the leaderboard, and then I'm going to win my own golf tournament. It's like, why invite anybody out there? What are we doing?
I'd like to know what his lead was going into the second round and what his lead was after the second round.
Yeah, I don't know.
Maybe he came out with a 6-stroke lead and then won by a stroke, or if he came out with a 1-stroke lead. But
he couldn't do that. He couldn't do that.
Why not?
Well, because to him, that would be, I lost the second round by 5 strokes.
Well, but
unacceptable.
But people are there watching for this one.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. Or maybe he, after his mystery round, he had a 1-stroke lead, but he extended that to 4 strokes at the end of the tournament. Now, would that carry any more weight with you? No, why not?
Well, because I think you. I mean, we have to get eyes on that first round.
Fair enough, but if in that round you beat everybody by 4 strokes, let's just say, then why wouldn't you give it credibility?
Why would it be that important to him?
Because it's his
He's
tournament.
Damn near 80.
Isn't it his tournament?
I know. The one quote I did read in the article that G sent me, I believe the quote was, "I was hitting him very straight and very long."
Yeah, hell yeah.
So
bombing off.
He was bombing off the tees, as most 80-year-olds do. Damn near 80-year-olds. So
that was when they asked Phil when he turned 50 or whatever. Like, well, you're eligible for the senior tour now, or Champions Tour, the fuck you call it, the old fuck tour.
Yeah.
Like, you thinking about going at all? And he was like, I'm hitting bombs. I'm going to go play there when I stop hitting bombs. But for right now, I'm hitting bombs.
Yeah.
That's his answer.
Lefty said that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Which is why they can only play certain courses. That's why Augusta is always appealing to them. Why Tiger can go win Augusta now. Because it's not about who can outdrive the fuck out of someone, where these young guys can come in and
shorten the hell out.
Come in short with a fucking sand wedge when everyone else is a 3-iron out. So I just it's these little things that kill me. Like, you can't see the bigger picture of what you are or what you want to be. You're still stuck in this mid-'80s fight with celebrities weird era, or like winning a golf tournament matters. But at some point, he's got to get to the age where it's like, he's just an old man. Let him win. Okay, no, you won. Yeah. You won again, 10 years in a row. Good job.
And we're talking about him being near that age, and he's about to run for president again.
Yeah, right.
Awesome.
Yeah. Anyway, so Mike Pence, classified documents. Do we need another special counsel to
probably
figure this all out? I don't know. More news coming out of Monterey Park. The now deceased suspect in the deadly mass shooting. Do you remember his name?
Oh, Who Fucked Fam or something?
No, it's not Toucan Sam. It's not Who Fucked Fran.
Yeah. Who Can Tran?
Yeah. Who can Tran? Anybody can.
Yeah, anybody can
We've
Tran.
learned that. Anybody can Tran.
Yeah, exactly.
Who can Tran? So this was, of course, in Monterey Park, which is 10, 15 miles from L.A. He brought multiple allegations to the police earlier this month.
Uh-oh.
So he lived in a town called Hemet, California.
The plot thickens.
Yeah, so police in Hemet said the shooter is released a statement on yesterday. The man visited the Hemet Police Department lobby on January 7th and January 9th, 23, alleging past fraud, theft, and poisoning.
He's turning himself in for this?
No. Someone's doing it to him.
Oh, doing it to him.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Which does change the details of this. You know what I mean? If he's going to go pew-pew on a bunch of people, and it's like, well, what'd you want the guy to do? He's 74. He's being poisoned, for Christ's sakes.
Yeah.
I'd go a little pew-pew on you if you
never
were
know what that
poisoning
poison's going to do to your brain.
Yeah. Exactly.
Sounds like involuntary or excuse right there.
These allegations involved his family in the L.A. area 10 to 20 years ago.
All right. Well,
so he's a little slow.
Yeah, you
know.
Who can? You might want to let that go.
Who can, Tran?
Yeah.
I don't know how I feel about that. If it's like, and I don't know if he's saying my family tried to poison me or someone tried to poison my family. By the way, it was 10, 20 years ago.
Right. Yeah.
I don't know.
The trail's pretty cold on that one.
Yeah.
I think we all know if you're not out there in the first 48, it's
first 48. Hell, there's a TV show named that.
Oh, is there?
Yeah. Oh. Talking about how important that first 48 really is.
It really is important.
There's a reason it's not first 20 years.
Nope. No. Yeah, that trail goes cold.
Ice cold. Hell, half the people that probably tried to poison him aren't even alive anymore.
But why is that?
Maybe he got to him first.
Were they poisoned?
They might have been.
Were there any deaths under suspicious circumstances?
Like poisoning
these people? Let's check the money trail. There was fraud.
Who can Tran? His numbers are up, by the way, which is not bad. I think he had a pistol, didn't he?
I don't know what it was.
He didn't go in there with a gun. He went in there with a pew-pew gun, I think.
Yeah, because the gun and everything was legal. It just he had an extended magazine, from what I heard. That was the only negative.
So it just holds more?
Yep.
But it's still got to be...
Why does anyone need that many bullets? Yeah. So I don't have to fucking reload so many times.
Yeah, exactly.
Right? Duh. I can have 40 of those clips, or I can have 10 of those.
What if I run into 10 of you assholes on the streets? Oh, yeah. What if I run into 40 of you assholes on the streets?
Exactly.
Instead of having to do that whole, like, push the button, which looks cool as shit, by the way.
When you
push
got
the
it
button,
down, plop it out and have that other one in there and not even break stride.
The way you just did it, too. The way you were reaching for it while you were popping that one, and then pop, pow, chow, pow, bam, bam, bam. But, dude, that looks harder. Like, I'd drop something. I'd drop the gun and I'd be holding an empty mag. Like, fuck.
Drop it. Put the empty one back in.
Yeah.
All kinds of shit.
I need one with a mag that's like 120 bullets.
Yeah, can't have that.
I know, which is bullshit, but I can't do that cool fucking snap the wrist. Choo, choo, choo.
The one with just like comes in like the box that they're all connected on the little chain. They just feed through.
Yeah.
One of those.
Be a fun one to have in a shootout.
Yep.
You know what I mean? So he killed 11. The number 11 died in the hospital.
Oh yeah. Yep.
Yeah. So it was 10. He's dead too. They don't count him. He wounded several more. So the suspect was thwarted carrying out the second attack in another location and then died of a self-inflicted gunshot wound inside a white van. So are we supposed to say Caucasian van?
I don't know. I was a little triggered by that as soon as you said it.
Yeah.
A little chill went down my spine.
Yeah. I mean,
like I thought we were out of this one. I thought we were free and
bringing us back in. Bringing us back in.
We got to be here for the van. Come on.
Yeah, he was inside a Caucasian van during a standoff. Authorities conducted a search warrant at his mobile home. He's in a gated senior community. It's
a pretty fucking hoity trailer park,
right?
Yeah,
I've seen these before. It's like, just leave our old fucks alone, okay? We're gonna gate this thing. And then they get in there. Maybe they got a par 3 course, a 3-holer or 5-holer, and but they're double wides or whatever.
Sure.
You're not driving them off the lot. They're pretty nice. Investigators found a .308 caliber rifle.
All right.
I don't know really what that means, honestly. Hundreds of rounds of ammo.
Okay. Sound like he went out unprepared.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
Sounds like he failed in his old age. And items suggesting that the suspect was building homemade firearm suppressors.
Okay.
So that's silencers.
Right.
Wholly unprepared. It sounds like you were a week away from really making a statement.
Exactly. Really fucking up in those numbers too, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, you were flirting with single digits here when you had you might have had triple digit capability.
Can you imagine if he properly got the silencer, really got some extended mag work going, and he had
the .308 long rifle.
Yeah. Yeah. And he had hundreds of ammo rounds that he left back at his double wide.
Didn't even have them with him.
No, not even carrying them. So I did see that kid interviewed, the 24-year-old or 26-year-old.
That took his gun?
Yeah.
Did anybody have a follow-up question for him?
Well, it sounds like it was sort of a karate chop.
All right. Well, we
speculated.
We knew that for sure. I just mean how you let a 74-year-old fucking run away from you. Was there even a chase?
Well, I think there was some panic at the disco going on.
Okay.
And the guy was just like, shit, don't know what to do. Probably should do something. And so finally he crept up on him and went, hey, and karate chopped the gun out of his hand.
If we've seen enough movies, we know that the gun just drops, right?
Not this time.
You get
it's
that
weird.
One right across here. Oh,
yeah.
The gun falls.
That's what I thought would happen too. Apparently,
or do you go for the one up here and you just paralyze
limp arm him?
Oh.
No, because I've seen that in 1,000 movies where you just karate chop the wrist and the gun falls.
Right.
It didn't. They get into a bit of a fucking struggle. Dude.
Oh, boy. That's got to be a tense situation. When you're fighting over a gun like that?
Yeah. It sucks, too, because you're 26 and he's 74.
Yeah, right. It shouldn't last very long.
No.
But,
that should be a meaningless struggle.
When a hand's on the gun and on the trigger, that's still a tricky
Equalizer,
situation.
though?
Yeah, well.
If you're wrestling, and they're wrestling,
I mean,
and
he
the gun's
finally
out
got
here,
it.
and there's video of this. They've got video of him.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, wrestling around, and the gun's out here, so it's not like it's right at his throat, and the old man just got to pull the trigger.
You got to make sure that you don't let go, and that it doesn't aim at you in the process. It's not like you can just be like, fucking give me that.
Yeah. Would you be okay letting him get away at that point? Once the gun's out of his hand,
no.
You'd go full on tackle him?
Oh, yeah.
Trip his ass up?
Oh, yeah.
He's fleet of foot, though. You got to admit. The guy's been a professional dancer.
Yeah, right.
Or at least an instructor.
Yep.
For a long time.
And who knows? Maybe this is a fat 24-year-old.
No, he's not.
Fit?
Yeah.
I know, I was kidding.
Leather jacket. Yeah, Dude, they're getting fat over there, too.
Yeah?
Don't let them fool you. Yeah. The Chinamen are getting a little pudgy.
Becoming chunks?
Yep.
Are they?
Yes.
A little chunky?
Yeah. They've been getting Americanized over there. They got a lot of fast food.
Americanized over there?
Yeah.
Oh, that's terrifying.
Both, yeah. And so there's a lot of fast food, a lot of video games, a lot of laziness.
What's going on with your Asians out there in California? There was another one, the farmer pew pew.
Yeah, there was a farmer pew pew.
Yeah.
At one of my favorite fucking areas, too, by the way.
Really?
Half Moon Bay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Half Moon Bay is where I would go to clear my head.
Okay.
Just drive to Half Moon Bay, hang out, look at the ocean, that whole
Get some
thing.
fresh vegetables?
Yeah, there's a little fucking burger stand in Half Moon Bay that this guy runs and makes the greatest fucking burgers right there. You just walk up and there's hardly anywhere to sit or anything. It's right across the street from the ocean.
Okay.
And it's just a little truck. And he makes these fucking burgers that are amazing.
Outstanding.
Yeah, that's Half Moon Bay. There's a restaurant in Half Moon Bay that closes at 2 o'clock every day.
PM?
PM.
Okay.
Yep. So it's open like for breakfast and lunch. And
That's the way to do it.
I was talking to the owner's daughter there last time I was there, and she's like 14.
Okay.
But she was there hanging out, and she keeps looking at me, and she's like, how's the food? And I'm like, oh, it's good. And I'm like, what do you know, like, this is like a school day or it's after school right around that time? And she's like, yeah, my parents own this place. And I come here after school and do homework or whatever. I was like, oh, cool, you know? And so I'm just talking to this girl for a few minutes. And so I'm talking to the owner, then he comes over and he's like, how's your food? Same thing. I'm like, it's great, you know? Nice kid. And I was like, I noticed on the door it says you close at 2. And it turns out when he bought the place, bought this establishment for him and his wife, he's going to support his family.
Yeah.
You know, he's getting out of the fucking grind, working for someone else. He's going to be his own man. Got this fucking beautiful little diner in Half Moon Bay, and they're all immigrants that work there. Hardly any of them speak English, and they're like, we got to be in the fields picking fruit at 2 o'clock or at 2:30.
Yeah.
Our shift starts at 2:30.
Well,
So the only way we'll stay on is if you fucking close this joint at 2 o'clock so we can get to the fields and pick fruit.
Couldn't pay anybody good enough to keep him on full time?
No.
And I wonder how he's doing right about now.
I don't know.
If there's a help wanted sign on the door.
Yeah, maybe when that guy went pew pew, full pew pew.
Yeah.
That was on migrant farm workers,
Right,
there
that's
in
what I'm
Half
saying.
Moon Bay. That could have been half his staff. For
There
all I
could
know.
be some serious openings in the
Yep.
kitchen.
Next time I'm in the area, I'm going by there. I'm gonna see if the girl's still doing her homework there, and see if the parents are still there.
All right.
Mom was kind of hot too.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Very nice.
Yeah, she was, but she's just slinging food at the counter. Owns a place.
Yeah, that's what you do.
You know, nice family.
Yeah, once you're a business, you got to put the work in.
Yeah,
That's how it goes.
A motive is not yet been established. We want to know as much as all of you, and we're working very hard to attain that. I just don't like the thought of Half Moon Bay being shot up like that.
No.
I just don't. It's such a quiet little area. It's beautiful.
Not on that day, my friend.
No, not on that day.
was not a quiet.
You wouldn't have heard those shots, too. Those fields go on forever. You know, going all pew pew. I would think
But he's in
someone
custody.
could run.
That the second one they
Yeah.
got. So
Yeah.
as soon as we get a translator in there, we're gonna interpreter. We're gonna know exactly why.
Exactly. Speaking of migrants, 4 migrants busted in New York City have been arrested in a $12,000 theft at Macy's.
Oh, all right.
Yeah. They were busted in New York City from Texas. I
Yeah.
love this story.
Sure.
And then went Robbie
Well,
in New York.
yeah. Well,
what are you gonna
do? They shouldn't have been there. They should have been robbing Texas.
Yeah.
As far as anybody else is concerned.
That's what New York would want.
Exactly.
That's what the mayor Adams there in New York would want.
Yeah.
Like,
Listen,
hey, if they're going to go Robbie,
we
let
got
them
enough
do
of
it in
our own
Texas.
shit here. Can you guys just keep that to yourselves? Our own place is a mess.
I
Stop adding
think
to it.
I love this. I want more. Like, look, here's what you're doing right now. Currently, you are in a massive game of migrant chicken.
Yep.
Don't turn the wheel. Don't turn the
Can't.
wheel.
No, you can't. That's the whole point of chicken.
Yeah. But at some point, someone's turning the wheel.
Fuck it. Hit it head on.
Head on.
Let's go.
Let's go right to the end.
Why not?
Migrant chicken.
Yeah.
Not to play games with
Now,
migrants.
do you both win or do you both lose?
I think America loses.
Yeah.
Yeah. But the message has to be sent that
That's meant technically in chicken. If neither of you turn, you hit each other and die.
you both win.
Is that a win?
Fuck yeah, it is. Held your ground.
Right?
If you died in an explosion, horrible, painful death, from the crash, you still are a winner.
You still won chicken.
You both did. You tied.
That's
but
I'd
give you both the win.
It's a tie. It's a win. Is it a loss? That's what I'm saying.
You went all the way. I think that's a win. I think you give him both wins on the check card.
Okay.
You know, he was technically 1-2-0. You know what I mean? Like if he had a couple ties where he turned the wheel or losses for turning the wheel, he gets the win in my book for that. If he kills himself,
so be it.
Yeah.
If he dies, he dies.
If he dies, he dies. Rallin Meza, who's 19, Miguel Rojas, Rafael Rojas, Jose Escobar were detained after being tracked down by the Nassau
Jose Escobar.
Jose Garcia Escobar.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Don't put his mugshot up. I want
you
nothing to do with this. All 4 defendants were charged with grand larceny in the 3rd degree. They were picked up in their 06 BMW with a false license plate. Stolen items were returned to Macy's on Long Island. Our department is going to be vigilant in making sure that anybody who commits a crime is tracked down and arrested.
How about the stolen vehicle?
Yeah.
How the fuck they buy it? Was it a Beamer?
Yeah, an 06 Beamer.
Still.
What's that? What's an 06 Beamer going to cost? I understand if 3 Series versus an 8 Series, but
there's definitely differences there. But
yeah,
I don't know. I'm just saying.
And I don't know if anyone ran a Carfax.
They're migrants
on it or whatever.
They've been here a few months.
Yeah,
they put together $5,000 for a Beamer.
Maybe
$10,000. I don't know.
Well, they're males. They probably didn't have to put $30,000 together for a Quixote. So they saved all that money.
Yeah, they just walked across.
Yeah, they just strolled across.
Yeah, they didn't have none of those use Quixotes. That's why they got bussed up to fucking New York. They just walked across the border and got on a bus.
Yeah, free bus trip too.
Yeah.
To New York City.
Oh, maybe. Did they give them some fucking pocket cash? They give them a little spending money, some walking around money?
Fuck yeah.
Oh, yeah, there you go. They pulled that together.
Not only
that.
A
getaway vehicle.
Not only that, 2 of the men, Miguel and Rafael, you know, who couldn't have seen this coming with guys like Miguel and Rafael.
Ninja Turtles?
Yeah, I think they are.
Donatello and Michelangelo.
Miguel and Rafael had been living at the Westin. And you go, they're still holed up in the Westin in Manhattan.
Is this still on fucking government dime?
Yeah.
What the fuck are we doing here?
So they've got their stolen, probably, BMW, kicking around Manhattan.
I don't know.
Staying for free at the Westin.
They're staying at the Westin in Manhattan. I don't know. Who knows? Maybe their per diem's like $300 a day, and they just saved it and fucking
bought a car. Nice job, by the way.
Just not a plate.
Nice job, by the way. So you come to this country looking for a better life, and you proceed to get free housing.
They never said that. We said that.
Yes.
We said that's why they were coming.
Right.
They didn't.
Yeah, that's true.
That's our narrative.
Yeah.
They're just,
looking for a better life.
Yeah, the poor underprivileged just trying to make it better for themselves. There's just not enough shit to steal down there. It's better up here.
Yeah, much better shit.
Yeah.
And the stores are much closer together, and they don't have dirt floors.
Right.
I mean, it's a win-win for the Rojas brothers.
See?
But nice paying it forward, by the way. The first thing you do when you get your free housing at the Westin is you go and nick $12,000 worth of free shit at Macy's. And by the way, this is adorable, by the way. Adams announced over the weekend, Mayor Adams, the city would temporarily house migrants at a cruise ship terminal to help handle the growing influx of asylum seekers. With more than 41,000 asylum seekers arriving in New York City since last spring, and nearly 28,000 asylum seekers currently in our care, our city's at its breaking point. I think it's adorable. I underlined asylum seekers.
Oh, yeah.
Adorable.
Again, that's our term.
Right.
Not theirs. We like to give them that moniker.
Yeah.
Makes us feel better about it.
These bring us your poor, your tired, huddled masses yearning to breathe free. Get to that freedom, and within a week are robbing your fucking stores blind. Does that sound like the narrative of someone just looking for any sort of chance? I'm not looking for a handout. I'm looking at a better life for my children in the great freedom of America. Is that what it sounds like?
Not at all.
Damn.
Nope.
Really? Because that narrative would be awesome.
That would be good,
true.
wouldn't it?
Yeah.
And it is for a lot of people, but you can't just paint with that broad brush.
No.
You can't just put how about we do some vetting here, people? Is that
how about we
hard?
vet nobody and we just hope for the best? Because that's the game plan now.
Yeah.
Yeah. No offense. But it is what it is. And to just label everybody that comes across the Mexican border as an asylum seeker or just looking for a better life, not taking advantage of your systems, you're fucking lying to the American people.
Yes,
you
are.
And I say, no, this is not Texas's problem. This is not Arizona's problem alone. And I say, keep your eyes focused on the road straight ahead. Do not turn that fucking wheel.
Do not veer. Do not veer.
Do not turn that wheel. I don't care how imminent the crash is. No. You keep playing chicken. You want to politicize this?
Yep.
You want to make this a game so you can get future voters for your shitty party? No. Then you fucking house them all in the meantime.
Here you go.
How about that? You deal with them all now. You let them rob your city blind. You let them fucking beat the shit out of people all over the trams and the subways. You deal with it.
Yeah.
And that is in no way an indictment on all people, foreigners around the country. It's absurd on its face. Of course, there's wonderful migrants that make up a great majority of
wonderful people on both sides.
Wonderful people on both sides. There's great immigrants that make this country the wonderful place that it is. That's a fact.
That's how we were built.
Twist my fucking words.
For sure.
Cocksuckers.
Oh, boy.
Sorry. Get animated.
I know. It all worked up. Hey, this part of the show is brought to you by The Party Pub. If you want to impress everyone at your graduation party, wedding reception, poker night, MMA viewing party, or for any other reason, you need to contact The Party Pub. It's a massive inflatable pub that can be set up wherever you choose. And they also have all the best party games, beanbag toss, badminton, giant inflatable screens, axe throwing, much, much more. Let's not forget the dope-ass chips and salsa. Watch out for the hot. You can call Jeff, El Jefe, at 586-524-6701 or visit thepartypubrentals.com and take your event to the next level. 10% discount for TDC listeners and 2 free games.
Sorry.
That's okay.
I
have
an internal debate going in my head about some texts that have been going on this morning through the day.
Okay.
Uh-oh. It's got to be full context because I don't want to sound like monsters.
Alrighty.
So you've watched quite a few, if not basically all, the 49ers games this year.
Yes.
For the most part.
Yep, absolutely true.
We've got a system here. Most games, Lions are on at 1, Niners at 4.
Yep.
And we watch both of those and then obviously all the primetime ones. And so Troy has a better understanding as a Lions fan about the Niners than most.
That is true.
So you know who Charles Omenihu is. He's a D lineman for the 49ers. Mm-hmm. He's a backup, so he's not a household name by any stretch, but he's played many, many meaningful downs. I think he had 3 picks in the first 6 games of the year.
Okay.
So reports
3 picks as a D lineman?
Yeah.
Wow, okay.
Yeah. So I don't know if he's like a occasional linebacker, interior lineman, but batted balls, whatnot. Something like I think I read
try
that.
And spell his name, so
Omenihu. Omenihu.
Okay.
I believe.
Fair enough.
Can you spell Charles?
Yeah.
You got that one. Mm-hmm. Anyway, reports came out of San Jose this morning, and my dad must have been up at 7 o'clock reading the wire, right?
D-end.
Huh?
It's a D-end.
Defensive end, yeah. Charles Omenihu was arrested for suspicion of domestic violence. Mm-hmm. And so it's like, well, shit. And he sent me this text so early that it hadn't made any of the ESPNs yet or any of that. And so I'm Googling him, and they're like, Charles Omenihu was drafted in the fucking 3rd round of the fucking blah, blah, blah. They have no update on him. So I feel like I'm really on top of breaking news.
Yep.
But they've got a big game coming up this weekend. Mm-hmm. And so as the day goes on, I kept waiting for Twitter to hit up with Charles Omenihu, if nothing more than for the teams that hate you, whether it's Philadelphia or Dallas, who's still butthurt from losing.
Yep.
Those players go, yeah, see what you get with the Niners. Omenihu's out there beating the shit out of women. And just use it as a shit on your opponent kind of thing. Yeah. The Eagles would do the same. I would expect nothing less.
No doubt.
So my brother, who's more liberal than not, he wouldn't say that, but he is.
Yeah.
My dad are texting back, and G says, I see the report. It says he pushed his girlfriend to the ground. It doesn't sound that violent.
Fair. I mean, there's definitely levels.
My dad says, she complained that her arm hurt, though she didn't need medical treatment, and it didn't appear to be hurt. But you never know how the Niners will treat this. In the past, they've tried, and I haven't even finished reading this myself. I literally got this a second ago, so we're reading this together blindly.
Right.
So when he gets to the N word, and
we'll see.
Let it rip, Bob. Yeah, Bob's going off now. In the past, they've tried to have a zero tolerance for domestic violence. I don't know what their current stance is. They have had players accused of DM only to have the woman recant later, so perhaps they aren't as strict as they tried to be after the Harbaugh era. If they let the legal system deal with it, there probably won't be any fallout till after the Super Bowl. Are they trying to figure out a way to keep Mr. Amenahu on the field?
I bet you he plays.
You think so?
Yep.
I don't know.
I bet you he plays.
See, but here's the problem. You're talking about the most woke, of all the teams in the National Football League. There's no one more woke than the Niners.
Yep. Is there video?
No.
No broken bones, no bruises, no anything?
I don't think so.
Probably a 911 call that says he pushed me and my arm kind of hurts a little bit.
I don't think the 911 call would sound like that. Get over here quick. He's beating shit out of me. Who knows? Right. I don't know where she's from.
We'll see.
I don't know what even accent I just used.
I don't know. But
I don't even know what that was.
That's Amenahu's wife.
Yeah, Amenahu's wife.
Mrs. Amenahu.
Yeah. Girlfriend.
Oh, see, yeah, smart.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't wipe that shit.
And what did she do?
She's a fucking narc. Don't wipe that shit.
Dude. And by the way, okay.
Yeah, can we have the real talk? What did she do? Deserve to get pushed down?
Yeah. A day after he wins to go to the championship game, this guy's on fucking cloud 9. The hell did you do to tee him off so much that he even pushed you?
Watching tape. Look at this. Look at this. You missed the tackle, right? What were you doing? What were you doing on this play?
Can you imagine? It turns out she's breaking down film at home and calling him out left and right. Just shitting all over his game.
You got pancaked right here. I'm fucking a pancake. That's what we're doing now. That's it.
She's got a plate of hot pancakes sitting on the fucking table.
Here, you like pancakes, apparently.
Fucking eat them, Pancake King. Here, I thought I was. She's just mumbling off into this. Here, I thought I was dating a goddamn NFL defensive end. Here, enjoy your pancakes, fuckface. Hope you enjoy. You want some extra syrup with those pancakes? I haven't seen you spend this much time on your back. Yeah. Who knows? So maybe she was breaking down film and just busting his balls about the game he just had.
That would be tough not to shove that lovely lady to the ground in a situation like that.
Oh, you think I can't pancake you? The gorilla just pancakes a little girl. So you think he'll play? I mean, that's
I do.
The usual, Mortimer?
Yes, the usual. I bet he played. Well,
I hope to lose this bet.
Hold on. Let's clarify as I'm going to say he dresses.
Okay.
Well, you know what I mean? Like, he's not formally, like, suspended or anything like that. Like, he's there. Now, if they do something and they choose, like, maybe they don't need it, the game's in hand, whatever, they choose not to play him, but he's not formally, like, suspended. That's what I'm saying. Like, he's going to be dressed and available to play. That's my guess.
Okay, so he's got to be in uniform.
Yeah. Because that's the difference. I mean, if you get, like, suspended from the league or whatever, yeah, like, that's the difference. Yes, 100%.
Okay.
But if he's there and available, but for, they choose not to play
Tell you what,
him.
I'll take that bet.
Okay.
Because I think this organization is so woke in every other thing they do, they have to go one way or the other. Like, hey, we're really sketch on these details. We got a big game this week.
Okay.
His girlfriends were canning things. We're not going to just pull the trigger on this guy's life and career over acts, which sounds like a mild dispute at best.
Okay.
Or if they do decide to do what they can do, which is wokeify the shit out of it and act like believe all women and start putting that all over their Instagram and shit.
Right.
Then they will have him not even on the sidelines.
Yeah, he wouldn't even be there.
He wouldn't be dressed because the local press would murder them for that.
Nope, don't even come to the
field. Don't even show up to the field.
Exactly. You're not coming on the plane.
They'd probably wheel her out in a wheelchair and dedicate the fucking game to her.
Yeah, right.
You know what I mean? It'd be Damar Hamlin
part 2.
She'll
sing the national anthem.
Exactly. From a wheelchair with one of those cartoonish bandages over her head and her arm in a sling. They'd give her a Damar Hamlin jersey.
Right.
And, take a knee. The whole stadium would take a knee for her.
Yeah.
So, it'll be one of those two things.
So the usual, so we're on?
The usual, we're on. If he's dressed or plays, I'll give you either or.
Yeah, right.
If he's dressed on the sideline in full uniform, not just a jersey and sweatpants.
Available to play, but like I said, he's
got to have cleats, socks, the whole works.
The whole deal.
Yeah.
Yep.
Or on the field.
All right, perfect.
All right, the usual, Mortimer.
No doubt.
I will see you this Sunday.
For the record, Mike Florio expects that Amenahu will play in the NFC Sunday Championship game.
You are a dick.
What do you mean?
You're a dick because you're getting information that I wasn't privy to.
You've been on this text chain. I just heard about the story.
I got texted at 7:00 this morning, and then
You've had all day, sir. This is 2 hours old.
I figured this wasn't breaking news until I see my brother and dad trying to like find a way in good conscience to keep him on the field or at least get him through the Super Bowl before we decide what to do with him. That was the thing, is like, when you start getting into this part of the playoffs,
3 hours old, this article. I mean, this is old news.
I was doing prep on Mindy Kaling at that point. I don't have time for that shit.
If you want to make uneducated bets, I will take your money all
You've got a working fucking cheat sheet in front of you. That's not fair. No, I don't. I'm talking, and I'm just getting the text. I even told you I was reading it blind. I didn't know if he was going to drop an N-bomb in there.
Listen, I just want to make sure the money was on the wood. That's all. It's a deal.
Might as well just cough up $1 now.
No reneging now.
Yeah, you're getting 100 pennies. I hope you like that. Yeah, money's money.
No, that shit's electronic these days, son.
No, we're going back old school.
No
you're going to count out 100 pennies,
nope.
And then you're going to fucking take it to the bank.
I'm like stadiums now, cashless.
Well, then I'll do what I do at a stadium and about face and walk back home.
Okay.
I tried to pay my bet. Mindy Kaling has made history for her woke Scooby-Doo spinoff, Velma.
All right. Is that the Mindy? Is that the,
the brown bitch from The Office.
From The Office, right,
yeah. She had her own show, too, like on ABC.
Yeah.
They've dumped gobs of money on her.
Threw it at her.
She's brown, female, not that attractive.
I know. I don't
fat.
I don't get that.
You know, so like all those things working in her favor.
Sure.
Like out of shape, brown female.
Check.
Yeah, so give her everything. Give her a pilot season. Just load her up with shows. Make her the star of everything. So they've done that with her, and she just goes woker and woker and woker, and her projects keep dying and dying and dying. So I don't know when someone's going to learn, like, you know what? This maybe isn't a winning formula. So the show is Velma.
Yep.
I see they are pushing that a lot. Anytime I go to, I guess it's HBO Max, which I've been watching old episodes of Gotham.
Oh, yeah.
At night after you go to bed, that's kind of my jam, is just get through a couple episodes of Gotham. God, is that a terrible show, but it's kind of my thing.
Is it getting Is it terrible?
Yeah, it's just, it's just so, you know what it is?
I saw a stretch of it that I enjoyed.
Yeah.
And it was if you don't know Gotham, whatever, if we've talked, it's the backstory to the Batman stuff.
Yeah, it's when Bruce Wayne is a kid, his parents have been shot.
Alfred's his parents are gone. Alfred's taking care of him. But it's all the other character development, like the Joker's not a thing yet, and they're like all these characters, the Penguin.
You see hints of it, like them coming into their own.
Take shape, but it's not. it's the prequel or whatever backstory.
But they act like Jim Gordon.
But it was a Fox network show originally, which limits you somewhat.
It's quite violent, though.
Yeah.
Like the beheadings and the blood and the stabbings, like straight through the body. And like when you think this aired on Fox network television, it's not even like it was a Netflix show where you can get away with that.
Right.
But it's really like it reminds me of a soap opera, I think is the best way to sum it up. These are not seasons that are 8 episodes long where you really kind of dive into these 8 episodes. They're 22 episodes. So, and there's probably 2 seasons in a year or something. Or maybe that's only 1 year, 22 episodes, which is a lot.
That's 22 weeks.
That's every other week almost coming out with a fucking new episode that's an hour long.
You know how seasons work, right? I mean, they don't come out every other week. They come out like once a week.
Well, a season is 22 episodes. So those 22 episodes in season 3, I'm assuming they didn't air consecutively. They probably aired over the spring and fall book. And so they broke that into 12 episodes for a season.
That'd be 24.
But still, yeah, they're like 22, 23 episodes. So it's, I was thinking it was like, 8 or 9 episodes in a, like we see now. No, it's 22 hours, 43 minutes with commercials, but still. Okay. So I think they don't have time for authenticity on any level. Like when they're going after someone, it's like, the Penguin murdered these 8 people, because they disagreed with him. And it's like, oh, crazy. We're going after the Penguin. And then you get the Penguin, and he gives you the slip when you've got 30 cops there, guns pointed at him, and a flashbang goes over here, and every cop turns their head, and the Penguin's just gone. And then you catch up with him later, and it's like, we forgot about those 8 murders he committed an hour ago, and now you're working with him. Okay, cool.
Yep.
So there's a lot of that kind of shit. So it's very hokey and cheesy and stupid, but it's, chocolate's not good for you, but an occasional chocolate bar. So it's kind of my chocolate bar.
You got a sweet tooth. There you go.
Yeah. So Mindy Kaling, HBO Max. The show is absolutely bombed on the review aggregator website, Rotten Tomatoes. I don't need to know that it's review aggregator. We all know what Rotten Tomatoes is. Sorry about that, folks.
Yep.
And now it's landed the number 3 spot on IMDb's list of worst rated shows of all time.
Wow. That's impressive.
Yeah, only 4 episodes of Velma have dropped and aired so far. Show has already racked up more than 41,000 one-star reviews.
Wow.
Yikes. It has earned, though, 1,688 10-star reviews.
10-star?
Yeah, I didn't know that was a thing.
I didn't either. I didn't know we went up to 10 stars.
Yeah.
All right.
So 1,688 10-star reviews, 41,000 one-stars. Yikes.
Yeah.
Yikes.
The people have spoken.
The show's negative reviews are all over the place, though they all agree it completely misses the mark. Some slam Mindy Kaling for going full woke and constantly focusing on race, sexuality, and gender, while others are incensed about how far removed the show is from the classic Scooby-Doo. And it's even worse for Mindy Kaling, who strived for woke applause. The jokes aren't funny. It's not cool. It's not hip. It's the opposite. It's majorly offensive. Offensive for 2 reasons. One, for how terrible it is, and it is really bottom of the barrel terrible. And 2, for its obvious sexism and racism. What an absolute insult, really, to anyone with half a shred of respectability.
So
I'm staggered that this even exists.
It's a cartoon.
Yeah.
But they darked her up.
Yeah.
So
I thought I saw that too.
Yeah.
It's one of those when you pause the TV and the screen goes immediately to stupid commercials. Velma's on there a lot. And
yeah.
Oh my God.
I mean they darked her up proper.
I mean, she's a flat out white girl on the bottom. Is that real?
Yeah, this is what she looks like.
My God.
In the fucking thing.
You know, if you're going to do that, make your own. I'm sorry. I say that sound like a broken record.
Right. I mean,
don't take an existing art
exactly
and then fucking woke it up to your standards today. Velma was not a fucking brown girl. Sorry.
Well, there was no brown representation in those times.
Okay, well, then make them now.
Trying to overcome.
Then make them now. Make something original that's yours and make it as brown as you want. And see how it hits with American audiences. You don't steal an existing art and just... That's racist as shit. That's brown face.
Right.
You took Velma and put her in brown face.
There you go.
The fuck are you doing?
That's what it's supposed to look like.
Yeah. Velma was the geeky white girl who made you get in the debate. Would you bang her or the redhead?
Yeah.
It's the cartoon version of Ginger or Mary Ann.
Yeah, there was no debate.
You don't think so?
Look at this.
Velma's got nice titties, dude.
Oh my God.
I know she's got a classic lesbian look to her, but
right, exactly. That dude's got nice
look at them titties though.
Yeah, okay.
That dude's got nice. Look at the hourglass shape and look at them titties. You can't bitch about that.
Okay. Well, this is all the new ones right here, so don't get too. All right. Your team Velma. I got it.
Not now.
Yeah.
Not now. Another high-ranking review on IMDb highlights the bizarre sexual aspects of the show. This was atrocious. I watched the entire first episode, didn't laugh once, not even a chuckle. The jokes were so juvenile, so heavy-handed, and the premise so far removed from the original, it was embarrassing. Why is this series about sex? And what does any of the random sexual situations have to do with Scooby-Doo? I also don't know nor care. Speaking of which, where is Scooby and Shaggy? Personally, I feel like HBO and Mindy Kaling owe everyone an apology for this abomination of a series. So before the show even aired, Kaling made a point to emphasize that Velma would be South Asian. Hopefully you noticed my Velma is South Asian. If people freak out about that, I don't care. Well, maybe you should care.
Maybe a little.
Maybe a little. When you become the 3rd worst rated IMDb show ever. Think about how many shows there are, T.
That's a lot.
By the way, how do you fuck this up? They gave you a blueprint.
Mm-hmm.
Scooby-Doo, I was never a huge fan of Scooby-Doo. I mean, I went down the Scooby-Doo road. Scooby-Doo was a very popular cartoon.
Very.
Like, they gave you the blueprint. They gave you 1,000 episodes or whatever, hundreds of episodes, and they gave you hundreds of scenarios these crazy detective kids could get into with their dog. Now, if you wanted to woke it up, if you really truly wanted to just woke it up or make it more today, what would you do with Scooby-Doo?
Well, I would make Scooby-Doo talk.
What?
No, like
what?
Really talking, yeah.
No, here's what you would do, and I think you'll agree with me.
How are you Team Velma? I just don't understand
It's just the titties, and I'm a sucker for blue eyes.
I mean, they're not even
I'm
blue.
not Team
the
Velma. I'm not Team Velma.
We just established. All right, I'm Team Daphne.
Let me tell you what I would do. If you really wanted to take Scooby-Doo into the I think what the cartoon was doing was wink, wink, ha, ha, with Casey Kasem, who voiced Scoob and Shag. They were stoners.
Yeah.
Right? Scooby snacks.
Yeah.
You know, like, yo, Shaggy and Scooby. Have them on edibles.
On their own.
They're always on edibles.
Yep.
Woke it up for today's standards and have them be the high-ons that are solving murder mysteries. If it wasn't for these pesky stoner kids, you could make Scooby snacks really Scooby snacks in something like this and update it where, you know, they're kind of on the ball, but they're still stoners.
Think of the marketing when you launch your own brand.
Yeah.
Actual Scooby snacks.
You could launch Scooby snacks. There's probably people that have been stealing that fucking copyright infringement for decades already.
I'm sure.
But, you know, yeah, there's so much you could do with that without having to go and just embarrass yourself. And at what point does Hollywood just go, you know what, Mindy, this doesn't work. You know, we've put you in some stuff that's been good. The Office was great.
We've given you every opportunity to succeed.
Yeah.
We're thinking maybe it's you.
Yeah. That when you start forcing narratives and pushing down this road,
how much of this is her? How much of this?
It's her show.
Okay.
She's the one that's greenlit it. She's the one that's like casting and getting writers together. I think she's in charge of it.
Okay, well then, fuck her.
Yeah.
Sorry,
yeah. Seriously.
Mm-hmm. I'd say you could eat the whole bag, but apparently Velma's a dyke.
Velma is?
Yeah. Remember that came out?
Yeah, I do.
Mm-hmm. See what I did there?
I do. There was another one. Where did I put this story? Did I throw that away?
Oh, no.
Oh, shit. Yeah, I don't know. I guess I keep coming. Oh, you know what? It's M&M's. There's another story with M&M's. Going, you know, hey, we're getting rid of our spokes candies, whatever bullshit. Story like Mindy Kaling's or, you know, these empowerment pieces for women. You know, no offense. I think women like looking at hot chicks too. Sure. First off, women do.
Absolutely.
You know, so there's something to that. It's not always women empowerment to just throw the ugly fat girl and make her in charge of everything. Women are like, yeah, whatever, that's no threat. I'm not fucking into that. Chicks like having that threat. Like, is that bitch hotter than me? I could fucking do that role of Harley Quinn. I could be Harley Quinn too, bitch. Yeah, I look hot as shit in my fucking bra and panties.
I've seen a lot of Harley Quinns that should not have tried the Harley Quinn over these last few Halloweens, too.
Yeah.
Some have really nailed it, but there's a lot that should have.
Dude, the reality is, though, first off, God bless them for trying.
Yeah.
Secondly, there's very few women on planet Earth who can literally pull off a true smoking hot Harley Quinn.
Yeah.
It's just that rare to be, you know, a Margot Robbie fucking 10. Like, it just... It is what it is. It's worth looking up to in a giant screen in a movie theater.
Well, which Margot Robbie are you talking about?
Not part two.
Yeah.
Not Harley Quinn, Bird of Prey, Margot Robbie. I'm talking about Suicide Squad.
Oh, there you
Margot.
go. Right, yes.
The one that made her popular?
Yes.
Yeah. You know, and there's plenty of room to play the fucking tired white trash skater chick role, too, in Tanya. By Tanya. You can play that role, too. And, you know, but for Suicide Squad, like, we all know where that comes from, right? So you had a chick director there. Kathy Yan was her name.
There you go.
Frumped up Harley Quinn, big. Made her not as hot, and we all noticed it. Suicide Squad, here's where they leaned on. Margot Robbie said that outfit was not very comfortable.
Okay. You can make it absolutely more comfortable, and it can all be spandex.
How about we try that first, at least?
Yeah.
Right?
Give that a shot.
Maybe give that a shot. Hey, I am going to gut this entire fucking staff if we don't make Margot Robbie's hot outfit comfortable. God damn it.
I mean, she should never have to wear that outfit again. Like, that was like a scene in the movie of her wearing that outfit.
Yeah.
Like, that's not like her uniform.
No,
that's not
she doesn't have a uniform.
Exactly. So she can wear whatever she wants, whenever she wants.
You know what they didn't have to do with her? Put her
up.
Put her in a robe on the couch eating Cheez Whiz out of the can. Because they did that too.
Yeah.
And that seemed against character. People noticed that Mary Elizabeth Winstead's character, Huntress, was also frumped up. They put her in some leather thing, and people were like, what the fuck? And so I started going back and looking at
girl power, not sexiness.
Yes. Mm-hmm. They got a woman director, they got women writers and women producers. And that's what those bitches came out with. Yep. And if you had a problem with it, Google it.
Goodbye.
Google Harley Quinn, not as hot in part 2, whatever, and you'll see all the stories that were written by all the feminist writers. And it was all about how insecure middle-aged men couldn't get hard watching the picture, so they're not interested. Their dicks wouldn't work anymore when they looked at this Harley Quinn. Mm-hmm. Girl power rules.
Good job.
It was like,
congratulations.
Nice job.
You broke a dick.
Yeah.
Well done.
Well done. That's the role of the chick. And it's like, no, believe it or not.
History of time, that's been the gauge.
Yeah, it is. And sorry, I don't need to go and jerk off the pictures of Harley Quinn.
Yeah, you're not that hot.
It's hot. But no one's jacking off in the theater, at least majority of us. I've never done that. I've never gotten hard to a picture of Harley Quinn. Nope. But I noticed immediately what you did with Harley Quinn.
Yeah, it was very deliberate. Very
immediately. And I know what you're doing with Velma, and I'm glad it's shitting the bed.
Oh, yes. Could not be happier.
Good for you. Mm-hmm. Maybe at some point you're going to learn M&M's, they're spokes candies.
Go woke, go broke.
Mm-hmm. I hate that term, but it is true. It is.
Sometimes it just works.
Yeah. And, Mindy Kaling could come up with, introduce characters that fit the narrative she's trying to push. Yep. Don't take long established characters and change them to fit your progressive woke narrative. That's where people have a problem. At that point, don't reinvent the wheel. Go reinvent the wheel. Go make your own show, right? Don't take what someone else did and had great success with and then change it all to fit you. Mm-hmm. Go write your own, Mindy. If you're so brilliant, if you think this is such a permanent... Because what you did, you took something that was very popular, which gives you a massive leg up. Go take that and make something great with it.
Yeah,
they gave you the blueprint. Go make something great. M&M's spokes candies, they're taking an indefinite pause from using its spokes candies. The company said, in the past year, we made some changes to our spokes candies. We weren't sure if anyone would even notice, and we definitely didn't think it would break the internet, but now we get it. Even a candy's shoes can be polarizing. No. Your political agenda was polarizing. Mm-hmm. It wasn't the shoes. You took the high heels off the green M&Ms, and you took the fucking whorish makeup off her, which was part of the original campaign. Wasn't that how that went?
That is.
And didn't they put her in fucking flats, like Hillary Clinton flats or something?
Yeah, let's see. It was the green M&M.
Yeah.
She had some fucking nice high heel, like white boots.
Yeah.
Open legs.
Yeah.
White gloves.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. They, in fact, let me put it up. Put it up for all to see. I can't zoom on shit. But
yeah,
it's not, I mean, that's the difference. Now everything's covered. There's no exposed skin, arms or legs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the same face. They took all the hot makeup away.
Exactly.
They took the shiny lips away.
Yep.
High heels and a little bit of skin.
Mm-hmm.
But it's not like she had tits or a vagine showing or an ass. That's strictly the shape of the leg and the outfit.
Yep. Yeah, got rid of the sexy boots, the go-go boots.
Yeah.
And the exposed skin and just covered it up.
Yeah. So, yeah, people get pissed when you change something that it's like, oh, this probably premiered in a Super Bowl commercial. And you always had the two, right? You had the yellow and the red M&M.
Yep.
And one of them got a bite taken out of it in one commercial, and that was funny. And they had a couple others. And then they introduced the green M&M, which was in the M&M world, the hot chick. Mm-hmm. And they started falling all over. Laverne and Shirley, Lenny and Squiggy style. That whole thing.
I mean, this is...
What you got for me?
Well, it's just another. This is all of them, the old and the new. And I mean, near as I can tell, like blue, they got rid of skin here on a couple of them. They just, and I mean, she didn't even look that much different.
She looks way different compared to the other ones.
I mean,
you've got brown librarian nerd.
Yep,
she's still showing skin, so there was not a problem with that.
Little low pumps.
They updated the shoes. on most of them. They gave him shoelaces and shit.
Yeah, like, yeah. I mean, so there's nothing that's like.
Green looks like an asshole now. Green looks like a fucking lesbian, like mean lesbian or something.
I mean, it's not anything that's so fucking over the top. It's definitely not the smart pantsuit fucking changeover or whatever.
Are you telling me the current new green M&M is going to have those guys going humana every time she walks into a room?
Yeah, she's still got tits and a vagine.
But she doesn't. She's got the same body as them. I know, but they were humana before.
I tell you, buddy, she's had the same body before.
Yeah, I know. That's what I said.
Yeah.
She had the same body before. Why were they going humana? Because they gave her cute lashes, shiny lips, exposed legs and arms, and go-go boots.
Yeah.
You took all of those things that made her sort of sexy.
Yeah.
And I understand we're talking about a cartoon candy.
Shoes
but
now.
Yeah, now she's got flats.
Now, in this one, they look like they're lace-up tennis shoes.
Yeah. Okay.
Whatever. Oh.
So someone says, "Oh, you mean your sales dipped after going woke, and you don't want to admit it outright?" Jason Rants tweeted, "Just do your shareholders a favor and fire this entire department." Yeah, but let's be clear. It's almost as if you learn nothing. M&Ms. No one cared about Candy's shoes being so polarizing. It's not really what it was about. It was we all recognized what you were doing.
Yep.
You know, a couple fucking frumpy broads complained to M&Ms. And went, I don't feel represented, or whatever the hell they said. And so you made her not hot. No one was jacking off to your M&M candies. That'd be weird porn if someone was.
Hey, who knows? Everybody's got their thing.
Yeah. Pam Anderson. Did you hear what she said the other day?
About the tool man's tool?
Yeah.
Yeah, I did. I heard that.
What do you think about that?
I think it probably happened.
I do too.
I don't think you would bother saying it if it didn't.
Yeah. There's no win for Pam Anderson nowadays to say.
No.
And I don't even like her.
And I know this is probably going to be an unpopular opinion and probably misogynistic as shit, but.
Funny?
No, just real. Like, that being the case.
Should we tell people what happened for those that don't know?
Yes, okay.
So Pam Anderson has a new book out called Love Pamela. All right. So she's doing the rounds. People are getting excerpts. You know, one of the big quotes that
Looks
run
are
around.
going. Got to start finding new forms of income.
100%. One of the quotes that came out of that's making all the rounds is, Motley Crue drummer Tommy Lee was the only person she really loved. And it's a shame, you know, that it didn't work out because of all the attention we got from the sex tape. That kind of shit. Well, one of the other excerpts in this book that has been made available and people are getting their first eyes on is a story about her on season 1. She was on Home Improvement. Yep. Before that, she was spotted on a fucking cam at a Canadian hockey game.
Right, yeah.
And wore the Labatt's T-shirt. The girl was so hot, they got flooded with inquiries like, who was that chick on the Jumbotron at the Labatt game? She ends up coming to America. It's the American dream story of the hot chick, farmer's daughter type thing, but Canadian version. And lands on Home Improvement, which is a big, big hit show, or it's about to be a big hit show. And she plays the little handy girl or whatever, probably your first acting gig. And so word is he comes out of the dressing room and she's in the hallway and he's wearing a robe and he just whips it open and shows his fucking balls.
Yeah.
He gives her the whole, the full Monty.
Yeah.
Birthday suit and all. And basically, if you know what kind of comedian Tim Allen is, he's like, I only thought it was fair. I saw all of yours. Now you've seen mine. Yep. Can we get to work now?
Yep.
Kind of thing.
And that's my side of it is like, I've seen you naked, right? So now every time I work with you, every time we're going to be somewhere.
I thought you were pointing at me. I was like,
no,
man.
No, God, no, thank God.
Fuck.
No, like Tim Allen to her. And she's nobody, just a hot chick at the time, right?
Yeah,
and this is
20-some-year-old.
Yeah. So he's seen her naked, her fucking Playboy stuff, whatever.
Yep.
And so now every time I look at you, I have to try and work with you professionally and not look at you and think of you naked, right? Which is fucking impossible.
Yeah.
Here.
Now hot as she was
now
at that
you
age.
have to too. Now we're even. Let's get to work.
Yeah.
And I mean, so for that, I can actually respect it. I don't see it as now. Yes, technically, flashing your dick to somebody, is
look at my dick.
That didn't ask for it is, a bit of a crime. But in the situation, that's a gray area. But in this situation, I can totally see it and respect it. Like, okay, now Now you have to fucking do the same thing for me. All right? This is how this set's going to be. We're fucking funny. We're family. We're all, I don't want there to be any weird fucking tension. Maybe that made it worse. Maybe that made it better. I don't know. But I can 100% see that angle and appreciate that.
Yeah. Yeah.
For that being that.
I hate that you took that.
Because that's what you were going to say?
Well, I feel almost the same way.
Yeah.
There's something different between the fucking classic flasher that, walks by a schoolyard and flashes his dick and balls to a bunch of kids that are playing at recess.
Right.
Like that seems like it's meant to be violent and harmful and scarring.
Exactly.
This is a grown-ass woman on the set of a TV show, and I can tell you, people are obnoxious. People think they're... And Tim Allen's a comic. He's a comics comic.
Yep.
Got busted for blow. Not to make excuses for him. Probably not right, but in his fucking twisted sense of humor, probably thought that was funny at the time in 1991.
Let's break the ice a little bit here.
It wasn't like he walked to a room, pulled it out, and said, "You're gonna fucking stare at it,
Choke
and
on it.
You will never get more than one line in an episode until you suck this dick." No, it was just like,
right here you go,
quick, whip, whip, 1, 2. It was like that.
I had to see all yours.
Now you've seen all mine. Let's get to work.
Yeah.
And to me, it's like, okay, Pamela.
Now, in the book, that's the clip that's coming out of it. But what's the context of it? Does she say that she was traumatized? Does she say that she was mortified by it? Did she say, "I thought it was great. It made for such an easy fucking."
She said, "On the first day of filming, I walked out of my dressing room as Tim was in the hallway in his robe. He opened his robe and flashed me quickly. So it was probably literally a whoop whoop."
Yep.
Completely naked underneath. He said it was only fair because he'd seen me naked. Now we're even. I laughed uncomfortably, not uncontrollably.
Okay.
I laughed uncomfortably. No, it never happened. I would never do such a thing, Alan said.
Yeah.
So she came back and said, "This true story is just one of many surreal and uncomfortable situations I learned to navigate. My book goes into how it made me feel over the course of my life, and in this case, my career. I have no ill will towards Tim, but like the rest, it should never have happened. It was the first of many bizarre encounters where people felt they knew me enough to make absolute fools out of themselves."
I get that point, too.
I do, too.
Yep.
And I imagine there's a shit ton of people that have come up to Pam Anderson or girls like her, and I've known girls like her, that have said, "Pam, can I get a picture? Pull your tits out like you play," like taking for granted, like, "Oh, I got paid $1 million through that fuck face. I'm not pulling my tits out for you to take a picture one-on-one with me." I guarantee there's been probably 1 million people that have asked her for that.
Yep.
I also know that Pam is kind of a freak herself. She lived at the Playboy Mansion. She was there the night I was there, and there were nothing but naked people. Guys, girls, nothing but body paint, dicks, and fucking tits.
Yep.
Like, tons of it. So to act like you were some, oh my God, pearl clutching.
Right.
And this wouldn't have been all that intimidating. You had a bit role on this show. Tim was a major star. And did that happen? 100%.
Yeah, I
Is
totally
Tim
agree.
lying? Not necessarily. He might not remember every dumb thing. He might have been high on blow at the time.
Yeah.
Who the fuck knows? He might literally not remember doing that, and it probably doesn't sound like Tim Allen today. So it's very possible that they're both right. My guess is that did happen. Pam Anderson has a bazillion fucking stories. She could tell 1,000,001 stories about other celebrities that have tried to fuck her,
I'm sure.
have tried to have
All
done
day.
whatever you can imagine of ways people have presented themselves to her to maybe get with a Pam Anderson. They've done it. So she's got 1 billion stories or more.
Yep.
So this story is kind of fucking tame, to be honest with you.
It is, and it gets the headlines because it's big names, and with the temperature of the country right now, it's an opportunity to try and bury Tim Allen.
Yeah.
Right? Public enemy number 7 or whatever he is on the list, basically, at this point.
Yeah, well, without him, your projects are failing. So, there is that.
So, but yeah, I can appreciate the levity of it. I can appreciate the almost constructive nature of it in a way. Is like, okay, now you got to look at that every time you look at me, because I got to think about that every time I look at you. Right? Now, it's not something you did all the time. It's not something that you used against her or anything like that. But
it's not like, oh, it was Tim's what he thought was a funny ritual to start every new season.
Everybody's got to look at my dick to start the thing.
Right.
Right.
And honestly, Troy, and maybe this is my male privilege speaking here. There's literally not a person on earth who could walk by and flash me and I wouldn't find it hilarious.
Right.
That could be you. That could be a hot chick. That could be an ugly chick.
Right.
I was telling you, the only thing that
you do it in that whole.
I mean, there was a Halloween costume. Remember the one with the fake giant dong that would come out with the robe?
Fuck yeah, that's great.
I mean, those were awesome.
Yep.
The girls that I was on, same place me, you, and Tooch were on, 17 Mile Drive by Pebble Beach, going along the coast, and you and Tooch and I saw a fucking deer. Remember that?
Oh, yeah, I have a video of it.
Yeah, you have a video of it.
Yep.
And it's a gorgeous area. The ocean's on our right, the deer's on our left, and it's just like, remember that?
Yeah, I remember what you were about to say now.
Well, which one? Which part?
Or the chick flashing you.
Yeah, exactly. So my mom and I were there a year later. And unfortunately, I'm not with Troy and Tooch. I'm with my mom. I've told this story before. I'm sorry for those of you that remember it and have to hear it again. But there's fucking just beautiful oceanfront properties. And there's 3 had to be no older than college-age girls. Maybe high school. I don't know. In the driveway, fucking tops off, basically butt naked, jumping up and down. Woo! And if you've ever been on 17 Mile Drive, it's like hairpin turns, rocky, right on the coast.
Yeah.
So you're not doing 45 miles an hour. You're doing 12 miles an hour.
You can't.
So you're slow rolling through this area. And these girls, and I'm sitting there with my fucking mom. If it would have been Tooch and Troy and I, we would have whipped the shitty right there on Highway 1 and pulled into their fucking driveway and said, ladies, where are we going with this? What's next? Where are we taking this party? We wouldn't have gone in and raped them. We wouldn't have flashed them.
No.
But we would have locked them up at a minimum.
At least engaged.
Yeah. Okay, I see your hand.
Yep.
Let me show you my hand. So at no point did I feel violated. I didn't ask to see those titties. Who do they think they are? I feel, and now I got to write about it in 30 years. I'd write about it the way I just told you. It was fucking awesome. Except that my mom was there.
Yeah.
Where were you bitches when it was me, T, and
I wonder what your mom's take on that is. If she was a little more offended.
She wasn't paying that much attention. I think at the end, she went,
driving.
God. She was driving. Yeah. She's like, you watch the ocean. I'm like, Mom, I've been here 100 times too. And she's like, I'll drive. It was her car, whatever. And, there's 17 points of thing on 17 Mile Drive, 17 things you should see. It's a great little trip, and you can't see it.
Out across the street.
I don't mean to bother you. I know you don't know me. I drove by like a year and a half ago.
I know. You probably don't remember me, but
I remember them titties.
Hold it up. She's just a dude now.
Yeah. God damn it. Maybe.
Hey, new car inventory is growing, and when inventory grows, so do the savings. A full lot means a better selection, and a better selection means dreamy deals. Best of all, when you visit our friends and OG sponsors, Zott, Ford, and Holly, you're going to get both. So if you bought out your lease in the past year or two because there was nothing to choose from, the deals just sucked, then today is your lucky day. There's no need to spend money on new brakes, tires, or maintenance. Just trade that turd in and get $2,000 more than it appraised for when you purchase or lease a new Ford Escape, Edge, or Explorer at Zott. As a matter of fact, you can trade in almost any used car and get the extra. You all right over there?
Yeah, I just had to lean back up, and that hurt a lot.
Lean back.
My bad.
Oh, you can get an extra $2,000 on just about anything when you get a new whip. Want some more deals? You can get 0% financing on many new deals. It's in stock at Zott. Plus, our boy Gabar and the team's going to toss in a Ford factory trifold tonneau cover at no extra charge on every new F-150 you buy or lease in the month of January. Clearly, an expanding inventory generates beautiful bargains, and you can check them both out when you go to dealsinthed.com and go tell them TDC sent you.
Please do.
Please do.
I wanted to do one more quick story, and then I've got a bunch of email. Tom Brady.
Yes.
Do you care if Tom Brady retires, comes back, eats sushi for dinner?
I do not care on any of it.
Yeah.
I think you should probably just go ahead and hang it up. Although you already sacrificed your fucking family for this, so
yeah,
ride it out, whatever.
Give it one more year, see if you can't Alex Smith that leg one last time.
Yeah, let's see.
I mean, that to me is like, what are you playing for?
Yeah, exactly.
You're not winning a Super Bowl again.
That team's done.
Yeah. Brady gave a profanity-laced, he does, are you familiar with the show he does with Jim Gray?
No.
Like every Monday he would come on with him and Jim Gray. I can't remember the name of it. The Let's Go podcast.
All right.
And I guess they don't even say in here, but it was Jim Gray, someone else, and Brady had called in. And Jim Gray asked him like, do you know what you're going to do yet for the next season? Are you going to play football?
Of course.
I mean, can you think of a dumber question to ask Tom Brady? That might be, honestly, if Tom Brady walked in here and we interviewed him, that might be, as I'm leaving, like, oh, just so the press doesn't flip out. Have you made a decision on next year? Maybe that would be the last thing I asked him.
Of course not.
Like, honestly.
And to think that he even had, made a decision, because even no matter what he even thinks right now is not a final decision.
Yeah. Well, if I knew what I was going to fucking do, I would have already fucking done it. I'm taking it a day at a time, but I appreciate you asking. Thank you. And Jim Gray goes, sounds like it. It's pretty funny. They're friends. Yeah. They've known each other forever.
Right.
So it's not, but he's like, fuck, man. Even from you, really?
Exactly.
I'm so tired of this shit. Like, the nation's waiting on pins and needles to see what Aaron Rodgers does or what fucking Tom Brady does. They're both long past their prime. Long past, especially Brady. I mean, the guy's staring at 46 in the face.
Yeah.
You're just...
I mean, that's insane.
Insane. I think Bland had played to 50.
Yeah.
Which is equally insane.
Even more insane, really.
Even more insane when you think about the protections he didn't have. Yeah. But Brady, it's like he was his... I don't know if you saw after they lost the game to Dallas, Brady went to the podium right after the game, gave an interview with the press. And then he's up there. He's giving him his time. They ask him about what he's going to do going forward. He said, look, man, I don't know. I made the mistake last year of announcing I was retiring and then thought about it more and came back. I'm not going to make that mistake twice.
Yep.
So I'm really going to, instead of speaking emotionally on a loss and coming in here or saying something within days, I'm really going to take it day by day, literally, and I mean that, day by day, and see how I feel going forward. And I'm sorry, I know you want to hear more, but I'm literally going to do that.
You can have an answer when I have an answer.
Yeah. And why that's not good enough for any of these fucking snakes in the press, not that Jim Gray is, I get it, but anybody that talks to Tom Brady, it's like that's the only thing you're allowed to ask him.
Yeah.
Have you made a decision yet on next year? Like, what do you give a shit?
Because it's become, who can break the story. It's one of the things I've noticed, too, like even on the crawl, like going across the bottom of ESPN, when news breaks, like now they're starting to put like who fucking broke that story, like a little caveat at the end, is reported by, wherever, Woj in the basketball world and the shit like that, like they got to get credit for who does it. So I'm sure even Gray, was hoping maybe he could get something out of him. Maybe he thought he could pull favor because it was his guy, and he might open up a little bit.
He does a weekly talk show with the fucking guy during football season. You're Jim Gray. You wrote a book called The Goats or something where you literally interviewed all the goats.
Yeah.
They all respect you. You know them all. You're friends with them all.
Yeah.
I mean, like, that's the guy that doesn't need to be in the horde of reporters going, all screaming out the same dumb question to these people.
Yeah, well, you can take the reporter out of the scum, but you can't take the scum out of the reporter.
Good point. Good point. I see. Leave these guys alone. I thought he was very gracious. He said, look, no matter what happens, I want to thank all of you for covering us. I know you have a tough job to do. You've been wonderful to me and my family and blah, blah. I mean, he was really gracious. He said, thank you. That's it. Basically what you said. You'll know when I know. And not a minute before.
No, but it won't be good enough. He'll be hounded. He'll be asked a million more times.
Exactly.
And it's a sad state of affairs. Privacy is gone.
Yeah. It
Privacy.
Is. It's too bad.
It is. It really is.
It's too bad.
As someone that likes theirs, it's a fucking shame.
Yeah, exactly. James or not James?
Okay.
This one's a freebie. I was going to get to some email.
Okay.
I did not, for the record, I did not have a gun to my coworker's head. He's been threatening to write in to you guys for months. I've told him numerous times to do it. He said he did, but wouldn't share its content. So thanks for reading it. He actually sent that to me a while back.
Gotcha.
That's
James.
This is James, yes.
Yep, ding.
The $100 he's referring to is the Patreon level friend of the family I told him to subscribe to. The problem is that regardless, my wife has forbidden me from ever being on camera. She fears my Americanism will have her fired within hours. Very woke company. Kudos to T-Roy for almost a spotless James or no James.
Yeah.
Eddie shares much in common with me. For the record, I don't care what you do. Just do it and don't tell anybody. The fake virtue signaling is what tears it. I don't know if you, whatever. Also,
we won't get into that.
I'm not racist. Ciao for now, gentlemen. P.S. Could you leave the E-tard potted down for the duration of the show, please? He needs to mow down on his bag of dicks. How much does he need to go back on the road? He should, since he failed at his 50-state goal. You're right. That was James.
He got 50 states in, didn't he?
Yeah, but he didn't do stand-up in Hawaii.
Oh, yeah.
So, no, he failed miserably.
Yeah, that's right.
You might as well count it as he didn't even take a trip.
I don't even know why you Ben just come home.
Yeah.
I mean, your fucking thing was ruined before you started.
Yeah.
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 Shut it down.
Save the money.
Save for another year and start again in 23.
I know you wanted to pay for your leech buddies to go fucking hang out with you all over the country, but, you could have just started fresh next year. Pollock Super Game Squares. As 100% fucking Pollock, no, it is not offensive. Super Game Squares.
I don't know what that refers to, but
I don't either. Pollock, I remember talking about Pollock
we were
jokes
wondering if
and
that was
Armenian.
offensive,
Did you bring up?
Yeah, that was that was another version.
Okay. As 100% fucking Pollock, no, it's not offensive. Now I'm also 44 years old and grew up during the heart of Pollock jokes while living in Redford, Michigan. Officer Walters did a tour there, so you should be familiar. I am very familiar. Now,
I live there.
Fuck those Armenians. We, the Pollocks, are number one for anything. So those, how do you get a one-armed Pollock out of a tree, are ours. We are so dumb that when I was 4 or 5, my dad was passed out drunk, and I decided I wanted to bite a power cord in half to a fan I was fucking with. That title is ours. Now on to the game that's super. T. We are doing $20 squares at my place of employment. Let me know if you want in. I'll send you my Venmo.
Perfect.
So that's the squares.
Yeah, there you go. Awesome.
Do you want that?
Good. Yeah, I'll follow up with that.
This is not James.
Nope. Yep.
I'm going to need a square too.
Had a couple other people reach out. Yeah.
Okay.
Excellent.
Okay, James or not James?
That was not James.
That was not James, no.
I'm 2 for 2.
Mike, get Eric where it hurts. Every time he leaves a door open or a light on, make him pay $1 or even $5 and put it in a jar. That way he can see how many times he fucked up.
James.
Not James.
Damn. God. Okay.
You're gonna go on a downturn. You're not gonna nail all this.
No, I know. No.
And if James is smart, he'll start fucking with you.
I know.
It'd be easy to trip you up on this one. The
I'm gonna
good
opt out
thing
of
for you.
James or no James here pretty soon.
No,
anyway.
you can't do it.
Bullshit.
You can't until I declare it over. If it gets boring, I'll let you know. No, the thing is, here's the best part about this for you. Yes, he can trick you occasionally. He can get one out by on you. You know, he can write it in left-handed and make it like I didn't recognize his handwriting.
Yeah.
But his true venomous self is going to pop off at times, and you're going to fucking bow.
Catch him.
Right in the
Catch him
kisser.
slipping.
You're going to know. Mike. Subject, Travis. I'll drive you to Travis's, Mike. You can't continuously decline someone's hospitality, much like my offers to help you with your tiles. You're lucky Travis hasn't sabotaged the show by now. Plus, I'm sure he's scared to be on the air or mentioned even.
There is something of that.
Yeah.
He's with the wife and things.
Care to take a guess?
Not James.
James.
God damn it. See? This bit's over.
This bit is only just begun. All right, let's see what we got here. E-tardation. You know what? I'm going to save that.
Okay.
For when E's here.
All right.
Please don't read this on the show. People know that's a guaranteed way to get something read on the show.
My goodness.
Okay, we'll go out on this one. Woke Bay and Marina.
All right. They are dating, officially a couple.
They are.
You heard it here first.
You did. Breaking news. We broke that this afternoon, right?
We sure did,
Yeah. Can't never tell which shows. Awesome talk with Marina and Garrett. Woke Bay, please. Good convo, good people, good episode, as always.
Strong.
Like that. That was strong.
Yeah.
I will continue because of that.
Indeed.
I wonder if there's anything about being able to attract a partner for trans people. For instance, with Garrett being gay, he may have been into Christian, not to dead name, as a man, but now because she's Marina and a chick, he would not be attracted to her. Maybe he would be into it, the chick with a dick. I don't know. But I would think a gay guy isn't looking for that. That was kind of your take.
A little bit, yeah.
And for straight guys, we, at least the vast majority, aren't going to be into her almost no matter what she looks like. So a trans person seems to put themselves into the smallest box possible for potential partners. I wonder if that might have something to do with mental health and trans suicide rate. I would love to hear Marina's and Garrett's thoughts on that part of the life. And this is from Marcus. He lives in Arizona.
That's actually, I mean, it's a good point.
It's a very fair
a good angle for that, for sure. But I would say that this is me totally speaking out of turn, but I don't think they do it for the part. They're doing it for themselves. It's not about, I mean, that's a an effect of that, of putting themselves into that box of narrowing the field, I suppose, of eligible partners. But I don't think that's necessarily the goal of why anyone does it, to make themselves more attractive to other people. It's about for themselves.
I get that. At the same time, there's human nature of people wanting to be accepting. Like the biggest punishment you can do to a human being is isolate them completely. Mm-hmm. Like being on your own, like you'll go insane, right? There's lots of studies about this, and so it seems like you wouldn't want to take yourself out. And I agree with Marcus in a way in this email that it does seem that you are taking an already smaller pool in just being gay, right? If you figure X percentage of the population is gay.
Statistically speaking.
But if you get them and you go, okay, we may only represent 10% of the population, whatever it may be, but we all hang out at the same bars, so we're all meeting each other. Trans people does offer. I'm glad that these two have found each other, and it's like probably on some level both looking past something and just going, we like each other, we get along, we have the same interests. He's got a dick and I'm into that. That's cool. I'm into guys, so he's cool. And just going, yeah, I can get past, because Marina's a passable looking girl for the most part. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know.
Something on your mind?
No.
Okay.
It's hard to, it would be hard though, if you were running out of options that you could just like walk around society, like anywhere we go, you're like, I could bump into that person right now, right? Yep. I could what are you looking at me like that for? I could bump into someone at the library or the gas station or anywhere, and it's like, hey, that girl's cute. And it's like, the odds of her being attracted to the opposite sex are quite large. Yeah. And you could find yourself like, you're not going to believe it, man. I met this really cool chick at name it. That would be really hard for a fucking trans person.
Yeah.
So I understand why it would be marketable to go, if you're a straight person and you won't fuck a trans girl, you're a bigot.
Of course.
I could see how getting that narrative across would be a win for that community. I don't know how that's going to go over long run.
Throw that little piece of doubt in there.
Boop, boop. Beep, boop. Beep, boop. All right, let's call it there.
All right.
But Garrett, Marina, we love you guys. Feel free to email us a response to Marcus. I think those are fair and legitimate questions. And if we're the conduit between
for sure
people's legitimate, there's curiosity. No, there's no way around that. Mm-hmm. And what we've done in society at this point, what we've done in society has made it almost impossible to have real conversations like, how does this work? Or how does that aspect of it work? We've made that like, you're a bigot if you even think it. Well, lots of people do. Yeah. So if you want us to be the conduit and the go-between for these lovely people that do enjoy this show,
I just want to be invited to the wedding.
Fuck yeah. What a wedding that'll be.
Fuck yeah.
Oh, good times. Got to be careful about who you just start making out with, though. I got to be honest, because she could have some really hot, passable friends. And
that's fair. Yeah.
I just want to know what I'm dealing with.
Yeah.
All cards on the table.
Just keep it above the equator.
All cards on the table. No, I'm not blowing you if you blow me. God damn it. Fooled again. It's the third time tonight.
I won't get fooled again.
Fool me once. Shame on you. It's an old song, and I won't get fooled again. All right. With that, we'll call it a day. We'll be back tomorrow. Hope you guys will join us then. Bye.